Hey there, fellas. So, standing right behind me, I've got a new test subject. It's a Fiat, which is a pretty small car. And today it's in for a minor update. Let me give you a quick rundown of what we're doing. Here's how the experiments usually tend to go nowadays. I open up my personal messages. Then I get to our social media page where we have a section for people to leave their suggestions. So our suggestion box is full of pictures like this one right here, showing a car with 4 wheels on each side. I have no idea why they went with this particular pattern. I'm guessing it's an aesthetic thing? Or maybe there's some other reason behind that. So our recent experiments have shown that people tend to have a pretty positive reaction to whatever we put out. Okay, the stabilizer went a bit haywire, but no worries. Right, let's get 3 wheels going and go drive around town. Let's do this. 8-wheel Fiat by Garage 54. Translation and voiceover by BMI Russian.
Strip off the shadows from your skin and cast them aside. Black out the windows above us and cover the lights.
Okay, here's what's up. We've torn out a piece of the car. Quite a substantial one. It's missing a piece of the floor pan, the rocker panel, the door. That's for us to be able to mount a hub for... the second, or is it the first wheel? We'll put one right here, and above that we'll be placing a third one. As for why we didn't do that right away, well, we need to align the bottom two first. We've already done that on the other side. Let me just show you what that looks like. And this is what we're looking at. We've got a small gap going. Wouldn't want the 2 wheels to rub against one another. That's just unacceptable. And now it's high time we mount the wheels that we're actually going to be driving on, in order to get the clearances, so that it's all good in that regard. And so that these 2 bottom wheels, this one you can actually rotate. It's not touching the ground. Anyway, once we get that 3rd wheel in here, which is going to connect these 2, all 3 are going to be spinning. Right, let's carry on. Okay, fellas, we are ready for action. It's all looking pretty good. Time to do some testing. The guys say I shouldn't go driving around town. God forbid something falls off. I reckon we start by driving around our garage complex. And if something falls off at that point, it'll happen before we leave our turf. If nothing bad happens, well, then we just keep on hammering. Let's do this. Oh man, this motor is having a really hard time. Oh my, look at that. This just isn't gonna fly. We have to do something about this. My pocket is obviously full of snow. It has literally gotten everywhere. There's even a bit in my shoes. Okay, so we've got a ton of snow making it into the cabin, due to a total lack of insulation. To be honest, I'm not cool with driving around like this and making it back to base covered in snow. It's gonna get in my pockets and my shoes. Screw that. I say we cover up the wheels first. It's not a lot of fun driving in a snowstorm, especially when that snowstorm is happening inside the car. Okay, let's cover up the wheels and have another go. Okay, fellas, we've got the car outside, and we've painted it a new color. It's definitely an eye-catcher now, though it is making a ton of noise. Otherwise, it's all good. The wheels are in place. I do have to say, I love that bright color. And now it's high time to go for a drive. The suspension is really stiff, but that shouldn't be a surprise. That second axle, we didn't install any dampers or springs back there. Hopefully I don't get lost along the way. I mean, stay in the car somehow. No, this motor is having a really hard time with this many wheels attached. There you go. All the bystanders are filming the car with their cell phones. Right, fellas, I've just gone for a ride. It's all good, just as we expected. People's reactions to the thing were mostly all smiles. Quite a few of them grabbed their phones and started filming. We got a few waves and thumbs up, so yeah, they approve. Though in the end, it did start overheating. It wasn't that steep of a hill, but the car had such a hard time climbing it in second gear that I literally had to sit on the limiter. And it's got a weird cutoff, by the way. The revs climb to a certain point, then it does this sort of... and keeps on going. It's as if the poor thing is telling you to ease off the throttle. That's probably just one of this car's quirks. I gotta say, it looks pretty nice, doesn't it? Especially with the fresh paint and the 3 wheels in the back. They're actually different on either side, by the way. This was fun. All in all, I'd say this experiment has been a massive success. And that's all I have for you. Watch us, send in those suggestions. This was actually something you suggested. Leave some comments, give us a big thumbs up. Alright, catch you later.